You guys know what time it is. This is our 1, 2, 3, 4, and sometimes even 5K earners call. I'm excited to be back again with you guys this week. Why? Because I like to make sure that we praise and recognize the people that are definitely kicking ass and taking names. By the way, I see you, Robert. I see you, Dudley. Thank you guys for joining. Let's get to it. Great morning, Pam. Right? Let's get to it. Right. I always like to see you guys. So if you can turn your cameras on, this is our one time to be able to see each other. I haven't seen you guys in a while. It's been since last week, right? With that being said, here's how we like to do it. I'm going to throw the ball around to our general managers. They're going to salute, right, and shout out all of their 1, 2, 3, 4, and sometimes even 5K earners. Let's start in Brooklyn with Cedar Moore. How you guys doing out there, Brooklyn Challengers? You're on mute.
I'm sorry. Great morning, everyone. The first person I would like to shout out is Tim with 2,000 this week. Tim is not on the call, but let's give it up for Tim. Great job, Tim.
Let's go, Tim.
Let's go.
One of the most consistent I've seen in this business ever. One of the most consistent. You got to give him that. You got to give him. If you don't give Tim nothing else, you got to give him the most consistent award.
Yes, yes. All right. So the next person I am going to shout out is Janitul. Janitul didn't quite make a 1K, but she's at 930. Close. So you want to give her one of these, one of these.
Oh,
Yes, yes, yes. And she will get there. So I'm proud of her. She's trying. There's Nibelki. Nibelki was at 760, not quite there yet, but she did good. So I want to give her a little shout out and give her one of these. And the last one is Pam with 730, which she didn't quite make it there either, but she's at 730. And yeah, so I want to give her one of these as well. And the last person I want to give it up for is myself with $2,014.74 this week.
Let's talk about
Go, Cedar.
go Cedar.
Thanks, guys. I'm just appreciative. I thank God for being here. I'm very appreciative, very grateful. And I'm just gonna keep going high.
Thank you, Cedar, and way to stay consistent. Great job. Now let's shoot over to Philly with the Philly bosses. Talia, who kicking ass and taking names out there?
Good morning, y'all. So we have 2 1K earners, and that is Anthony King coming in with 1,400 this week, and myself coming in with $1,000. Let's give it up for King. King, what do you want to say?
Congrats, Anthony. Let's go.
Good job.
Let's go.
We want to recover, and let's make today count, guys.
Great job. Listen, that was fast, but Anthony King, right? You just joined us. Let's give him 30 seconds.
Oh man, what's up, everybody? I'm sorry for late. Joining the meeting late, but you already know I appreciate everything this opportunity gave me, the outlook I got on life now, and be able to have the opportunity to overwork the work, try to figure out how to make my next move. But I'm forever blessed. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Great job, man. Listen, great job, Philly bosses. Obviously, and then we got to make sure that we give it up for Talia. She just tried to run past her 1K. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make sure that we give it up for her. Don't just let you away like that. Obviously, man, let's shoot over to the Richmond Renegades. Chanel, who kicking ass and taking names out there?
Good morning, good morning. So no one made the board this week, but it's all cool, you know. I still gonna shout out my whole team. Everybody just stay consistent, keep doing what you're doing. And you know, we'll be back on the board. But like I said, thank you everybody in VA. You know, we had a bad week, but we're gonna keep going. Thank you.
Good. And thank you, right? First and foremost, right? Definitely give them a shout out. But most importantly, guys, let them know to make sure that they still show up to this call, right? Having a bad week and not showing up, those are 2 whammies. right? I'm not sure if you guys understand. That's the message for this week. Staying consistent, right? So obviously, let's make sure that we give it up for them, guys. Let's make sure we give it up for Richmond. They'll be back.
Renegade.
Let's go, Richmond Renegades.
Get your bag right. All right, guys, listen. So, the message is short and sweet this week here, right? When I think about what it takes to be successful, I think about one of the traits is to make sure that you stay consistent. Consistency is everything in our business. Consistency is everything in life, to be totally honest with you. I've watched so many people in different points of their life, right, become indifferent towards the attitude, indifferent toward the opportunity that got them where they are right now. Literally, I've watched people make good money on one job, right, and then go looking at another opportunity like 2 jobs is better than 1. Does anybody on this call believe that 2 jobs is better than 1?
No.
Yes.
You're gonna be tired and everything.
Yeah.
Nope.
I have something different. Me, hold on. Because what the heck is on my phone? Oh, because I feel like you need more than one source of income to.
You muted.
2 jobs not better than
I
one.
feel
but
like-
more than one source of income is definitely one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one.
2 jobs,
Yeah,
you'll
more
be
than.
tired as hell.
But definitely not another job, but just another hustle. Like relying on one source of income. What happens when the income is gone? What are you gonna do? You're gonna be struggling looking for something else. I feel like you always have to have something else. Like doing
Take your
something
money
on
and
the side
invest
at
it in
least.
something.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Jarissa. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
So I feel like you definitely need to have more than one source of income because definitely with everything right now in inflation, so many people are losing their jobs. So many people are jobless, struggling and looking. And a lot of businesses are going out of business because technology is taking over. So I feel like you have to be very strategic with what you even like invest in, really like invest your time in. Time is money. Time is money of the essence, time, everything. It's all just like if you're not doing something, what are you doing? That's how I feel. One source of income is good as long as you really feel like it's something that is going to be there for the long run and you really see potential and growth. But I feel like definitely having something on the side, but at least putting more focus into the main thing is definitely good because you get better. That's it. You get better at something by continuously doing something and you progress. That's how progress is made, by staying consistent. But I feel like, yeah, definitely having another source of income, just little things that you can see, value in. And if you really see opportunity and growth in that, then I think, I think definitely having different sources of income is a good way to go about it.
Listen, let me ask you guys, and thank you for that, Jarissa, by the way, right? Let me ask you, who else feel the way Jarissa feels?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with having more than one income neither. I think the more the merrier, especially if you got mouths to feed, if you got loved ones you want to do for and show love to. Yeah, it's draining on the body, it's tiring, but if you can do it, hey, go for it. Why not? It's just we all want to be able to make more money. Some of us got more than 2 kids to take care of, and families and loved ones, and regardless, bills take a toll on everybody's life. There is rent, car insurance, all types of bills you take care on a daily that deplete whatever income comes in. So you want to have, I personally want to become financially stable. So where I'm just, able to make it.
I love it.
When you say 2 sources of income, do you mean like because I believe in 2 sources of income as like one job and doing something else on the side. Say like you paint, people hire you to paint on the side, or you fix cars for people and they pay you for that. But I think 2 sources, like 2 jobs instead of like 2 sources of income, like they take too much time out of your personal life and family and stuff like that. But I do believe in 2 sources of income as long as it's like not eating so much of your actual time and wearing down on your body.
Can I say something though? I understand, but just because I can do something doesn't mean someone else, like I can do something and somebody else can't do it. And that's just how I am. Maybe I can handle a lot of things at once because I'm so, and then the way you grew up, maybe also you know, takes a part in things, what you can handle, what you can't handle. Just because I can't do something doesn't mean someone else can't do it. Maybe that person can do it. Maybe some people, you know, their drive, but you know, to each their own. You know, I don't judge anyone, but like, it's just, I guess it's really the way you see things in a way, I guess. Because
Last year, oh, I'm sorry, Jerissa.
you
Last
can go
year
out.
for
I'm
this
just
time,
saying.
I worked 3 jobs.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm right now I'm doing school. I did at one point I did 2 jobs, and I did this one, and I did school, and I went to the gym. And somehow that takes up my time, and that's all I need to do in a day. Just go to school, go to work, go to the gym, be happy, take care of myself. And at the end of the day, I know that I will achieve my goals, and I'm working towards something that is my dream.
Absolutely. So, Pam, what do you think?
I think that you can have one job. Once that one job is generating enough income that you can survive on and still have a saving. You know what I'm saying? And you can have a passive income also. So you don't have to be physically there, but that income is coming in while you are sleeping. So you can have one job, but it must have a good income, must generate that income. That's my thought.
Thank you for that. All right, guys, let me say this. And Mathali said, I agree with Pam. There's a lot of thoughts that I just I want you guys to know, right? First and foremost, and thank you for everybody who shared, right? There's a lot of thoughts running through you guys' head right now, and it's because of information, right? Some of you guys have some information. Some of you guys have not enough information. Some of you guys have the wrong information. Some of you guys can just get better information, but it all comes down to information. One of the things that I wish I would have learned early on in my life is the fact that if you're not making enough money on one job, then obviously you aren't maximizing your potential. The potential for you to grow wasn't there. You signed on to something that wasn't going to get you where you're going. You made a bad choice. Okay, so now let me say this, right? Because I'm gonna go through a few different concepts, because everything that you guys said is right, but it comes down to information now at this point. So why do people get into sales? People get into sales because they get a chance to sell a product for profit. You got to look at the profit margin that's inside of the sale, how long it takes you to make a sale, how much money can you make? Because if you can do that enough, the numbers say I can be financially free. Most of the time we work inside of America for a per hour amount. They love that. They love giving us that. Some people, right, honestly can get on a job like myself, right? It doesn't matter. I feel confident enough that I will go to somebody's job and I'll work for free. I won't even ask them how much they're actually going to pay me. I'll literally work for free. Why? Because at the end of a week, I will do so much and become so invaluable to that company that I'll literally ask them for what I want them to pay me at this point. And then they'll have to decide after they see what type of guy I am, what type of work I'm willing to do. Because I know I'm willing to sell, I'm willing to coach, I'm willing to train, I'm willing to lead, I'm willing to do whatever you guys need me to do, right? So I don't have to divert my time, because if I have to divert my time, then I am losing something. You know, it's very hard to stay consistent and make the type of money you want to make if I have to divert my attention. Like even now, right? I lost, you know, literally in between time is 19 people on this call. I just spoke to Pam. I just spoke to Jerissa. I just spoke to Robert. I just spoke to Namir. I just spoke to Maria. Guys, right? That's a lot of attention going around. Imagine if I was just able to speak to one person. Do you guys think a one-on-one conversation is better than just holding a conversation like this? That's focus, right? Same thing at your job. You want to make sure that you have the type of opportunity that can get you where you're going if you really have the right, if you're in the right vehicle. Does that keep it simple enough? Okay, now, great. If you're in the right vehicle and you can make the type of money that you want to make, now, obviously, you want to see where else you can actually make money in that vehicle. Like here, you're able to make money also off recruiting. So there's 2 streams of income right there. But that is 2 different, is that 2 different jobs or is that 2 different incomes?
That's
So
two
two
different
different
incomes.
Different incomes.
different incomes. I didn't take away from my focus. I'm still remaining consistent. And then on top of that, what's the third stage that I always like to teach you guys or talk to you guys about?
Invest your money, make your money work for you.
Having your money make money for you. Right? These three things right here allow you to do it. But when you got to go to two different jobs, that means you got to literally change clothes. You got one boss over here. Hey, listen, what you want me to do? I could do this right here with my time. Okay, great. Now I go over here. I get to, now I got two checks, right? And these two checks are still per hour. When you got a job like this one where you can just actually make 2 additional sales per day at the same job and double that income. Does this make sense, guys? It becomes very enticing if you don't have the information. But I just want to make sure that you guys have the information because there was a lot that said, and it's not easily explained. And I can tell, right? You know, almost wrestling with yourself like, hey, yeah, absolutely. Get 2 jobs. I'll make more money. That is the mindset that I came up with as well. I used to love that. When I went to college, I was trying to get 2 jobs. Why? Because my father made me pay for college. And that was the smartest thing he ever did. So I worked at FAO Schwartz for a limited time, and literally, like, I'm even trying to hustle while I was in FAO Schwartz because the teddy bears was very expensive, right? So people would come to me and be like, yo, man, how much is that teddy bear? It's a limited edition. It's about $750. And I'm gonna share something with you guys that I'm not proud of to this day, right? But I was hustling so much at this one job, right? Because they weren't paying me enough, and I knew they wasn't paying me enough. I got to go pay for my college. This ain't enough for me to eat and pay for my books and pay for my college. So I would literally tell the guy, like, man, listen, you want this bear right here? Meet me at the food court. So I would steal the bear, sell it to this guy for $300-400, but that $400 went in my pocket. It didn't go inside the register. You guys understand what I'm saying to you? All because I'm trying to figure out how to make more money. If you consistently keep selling your time for money, you're always going to be poor. I can't keep selling my time for money. I have to remain consistent enough so that I can have more. You know, obviously, guys, so a few of the things that I want to go over with you guys today is obviously about staying consistent. And it ties right in with this message and what we went over so far. Guys, one of the byproducts of staying consistent is making sure that you can get through tough times. You guys know that?
Yes.
I want more interaction, right? Because again, I want this to hit home for a lot of you guys. What do you guys do when you're going through tough times?
Keep going.
Usually dip into the savings, you know.
You dip into the savings?
I go harder.
What you do?
I work harder. I occupy myself with work.
Damn right. That's what everybody do. Pam, what you do?
Work harder, push harder.
Sade, what you do?
Work harder.
Chantel, what you do? I mean, what does everybody do? Everybody keeps saying the same thing. That's what you got to do. You got to work harder. You got to stay consistent, even when you're not motivated.
Got to keep showing up.
Got to keep showing up. The moment you stop showing up, you out the game. It's like I was talking to a friend the other day, and it was like, man, listen, man, you know, I would have made so much money if I would have left my money on that investment. He invested in Bitcoin, right? And man, I would have made so much money because I invested early, and he went and took his money out. So now he's still talking to me about a play that he made years ago that's dead and gone, right? Upset about it. But I keep telling everybody, man, listen, you never lose when you invest your money. You only lose when you stop showing up, when you go and stop and take your money out. When I invest, it's for the long term. I plan on staying consistent. That's how I got everything that I am. I got to master what it is that I'm doing. I can't be a jack of all trades. That's not the way to get it done. I came up the same way, though. I'm telling you, right? I'll only speak to you guys from experience. I'm only speaking to you about my 40 years of being on this earth. Pam is speaking to you about her years on this earth, right? Some of the people who done lived longer, right, knows when things get tough, you have to keep going. You have to work harder even. So right now, if it's tough and you're not working harder, what are you doing? And don't go get another job and feel like you're working harder. That's not smart. Now you're losing more time with your family, more time with your kids, more time for you to just rest. Put an extra 2 hours into the field and you're fine. You will survive. Matter of fact, you're going to be better. You're going to actually thrive. But you got to remain consistent, gang. The next thing is I want to make sure that you guys, through remaining consistent, one of the things I was thinking about is, and I wrote down here, I'm like, man, staying consistent helps me make better decisions, guys. Staying consistent has always helped me make better decisions. See, for me personally, man, I'm like a system. I like systems. From the time that I realized what system did for me, I'm like, man, hold up. I can move a lot faster and I don't have to think as much with a system. I already know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I stick to my systems so that I can move a lot faster. Why? Because I'm always trying to outlast everybody else. I'm always trying to out-strategize everybody else. I feel like I'm always in competition, right? I'm trying to beat myself. I'm trying to be better than who I was yesterday. And I was good yesterday. So yeah, of course, today I'm really on top of my game. And the next day, tomorrow, I'm going to be better on top of my game. I was on the phone with the call center. We strategizing about things that we can do to be better. You know how those ideas came to me? By the way, guys, please, if you can, let's make sure that we move. Get you off here. That's you, Anthony King. I appreciate you. Listen, one of the best things that I can tell you is staying consistent allows you to make better decisions. It's something in working harder where you can actually understand, like, okay, great, here's what I need to do next time. You're looking out for opportunities a little bit differently, but you got to stay consistent. The last thing I think is that staying consistent helps you to buy back your time. What each and every one of you guys, what I heard you guys say to me just now is, and some of you guys could articulate it a little bit better inside of one sentence, and some of you guys had to take a whole lot of time articulating this thing to me. And by the way, if you take a long time to articulate what it is, right, it's usually you're trying to, it's not as clear to you, right? And it should be clear to you, right? I don't like the gray area when it's time to make decisions. Right? That's one of my pet peeves. Like, man, why don't I know what I want to do here? Well, let me just come back to it later. Right? But one of the best things is that being consistent has allowed me to buy back my time. Because when everybody else fall off, who gets opportunity, guys?
The one that's still standing and going.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's a strategy for me. I stay consistent. I stay consistent enough where I came in a company just like you guys come into a company. I stayed consistent. I watched people fall off. I stayed consistent. I became the manager. Then I became the regional manager. Then I became the director. Then when that company fell apart, the client approached me about, hey, listen, would you like to have a contract? Oh, great. But I had to stay consistent, guys. I stayed consistent. I got enough opportunity for me. Then I got enough opportunity for you. And I'm still going to remain consistent because I'm still, every Monday, I'm on a call like, hey, listen, guys, I got opportunity. Who else wants some? Because I stayed consistent enough where I got enough opportunity to give you some. I only ask that you don't step on nobody's neck here or become divisive. I only ask that. You don't have to tear nobody down to build you up. But please, guys, subscribe to staying consistent. Multiple streams of income, great, but it's for the wealthy. It's for people with money. If you don't have wealthy money, okay, let's talk about what wealthy is, right? A year's worth of savings, and I'll call you wealthy? Meaning right now you can jump off this call and go watch TV for the next year and not do nothing. Who can do that? Can anybody hop off here and just go watch TV for the next year and just go chill?
No, not me.
No, but that's the goal to get there.
And you're not.
I don't want to watch TV. If that was the case, I want to travel around the world for that year.
Absolutely.
Me
Absolutely.
too.
Absolutely, guys. And I promise you, I'm not just telling you what I think I know. I'm telling you what I know, because I can. I can hop off this call and I can go watch TV for a couple years. Right now, if I wanted to. I'm not just talking it, I'm walking it. But do I have to stay consistent? Do I have to show up even on my bad days? Absolutely. You're not talking to somebody who hasn't cried. Are you guys kidding me? You think I haven't cried? You think I haven't suffered? Man, listen, it's about who can endure, who can outlast, who can out-strategize. It's about staying consistent. The concept of multiple streams of income is for the wealthy. When you got enough money stored away where you can move it around and have that money making money for you. Remember the story I was telling you about my friend, right? Hey, man, I put this money, man, if I would have left it there, I would have been wealthy now at this point. He's still suffering because of that one bad decision. But he never should have been invested in the first place, is what I'm trying to get him to understand. If you're investing and you got to go back and get the money a week later, you don't have it to invest. You're supposed to be able to put that money somewhere and leave it and not have to, don't play with your rent money. Don't invest your rent money. You know you need your rent money. You got to stay consistent long enough to be able to buy back your freedom. Thank God here at Bridge Gap Marketing, you guys can buy back your freedom. And I will scream it in anybody's face. I will scream it each and every Monday. I will scream it to anybody. Put me on any platform. We have one of the best opportunities I've ever seen in life now at this point. And I can tell you for the next few years, I'm talking about for at least the next 5 years, growth, growth, and more growth. Not just your pockets, but your mindset. Light yourself on fire, become the most consistent person around you, and watch what everybody else do. Watch how they fall off. Watch how they can't talk to you the same. Watch how people can't even look you in their eyes when you're around them anymore. They'll be talking to you weird, like, man, I know you always busy, man, but you mind if I catch a, they don't even know how to say it no more because they know they wasting your time. You've been so consistent and they done watched you be so consistent for so long. They done watched you get up, go to work when it was raining, go to work when it was snowing, go to work when it was hot, go to work when it was cold. Where you going to work? What opportunity you got for me? When I go to work, I get paid every week. You got some money for me? You gonna give me a few dollars? Cool. How long is this gonna last me? Okay, you know what? Based on my bills here, man, I need about $150 a day. You got that for me? If I chill with you, I'm gonna need $150. And that's not a joke. That is for real. Guys, at this point here, I just pray that I've gotten my point across, that at this time in your life, right now, there's not a better time to remain consistent. Yes, we are in some of the worst economical times that we have ever seen. Congratulations. Because when you remain consistent, you don't have to worry about none of this. Damn how you feel. Man, I don't feel good. Man, I don't feel like it. You don't get to this level with your feelings. Thank God you woke up, check on your family, and get to the bag. Stay consistent at what you do. Your kids need to see it. They need to see mommy and daddy being consistent, not sometimesy. My 9-month-old son, I love keeping him next to me. He just be looking inside of my mouth because he know daddy just all day long talking. Like, what is going on with my daddy? Why he keep talking like this? Why I always see him smiling? Why he's so happy when I do little stuff, like just stand up for a second? Guys, please stay consistent, because the same way that I know that my little boy is going to be a man one day is the same way that I know that you guys are going to be great and this company is going to be great. The same way. But it's about the information. If you haven't subscribed to staying consistent, jump off this call and grab a book and reinforce it. Say, hey, is he right or is he wrong? Is he teaching me something invaluable or is he just playing with me? A good book to read is The One Thing by Gary Keller. The One Thing by Gary Keller. Write that down if you want to be great. If you want to be average and you want to be okay, whatever, don't write it down. This book was one of the game changers for me. Because when you grow up in the hood, man, you love hustling. I love doing 6 or 17 things. It was crazy. Try my hand at a little bit of everything. That's not the case anymore. I like to focus on one thing. So, The One Thing by Gary Keller. Very important book. Guys, stay consistent. Yes, The One Thing by Gary Keller. Powerful book. He founded Keller Williams, the real estate office, which is the largest real estate company. They have an all commission paying structure, right? Go in, you rent a booth. I mean, it's amazing to study and how they built it. So many multimillionaires this company was able to bring to life now at this point. All right, guys. Study someone who stayed consistent. Stay. I'm giving you the game all over again. Who can give me those 3 things? Who can give me those 3 things?
Close to the fire, stay consistent. It's more, man. 3 is stay motivated. All of that, bro. You eat all of that. It's gumbo. You eat that, you good. You got everything to nourish all of your needs.
Everything. Talk to me though. What was the 3 things, guys? Because if you don't get this in you, I'm scared for you. I'm scared for you because you're going to let anybody talk to you and talk you out your position. You're going to let anybody just walk up to you and be like, yo, man, what you doing? Yo, I got a huge opportunity. I'm doing this right here. Word, I can get it. It's easy. All right, well, let me do it then because I need to give me some easy money.
For me, it was consistency, motivated, focused, and determined.
Good. I'm happy that you, listen, great job there. But let me just say this again for you guys, because again, I want to make sure you guys get it. Stay consistent even when you're not motivated, guys. First thing is, what does consistency do? What does consistency do? These 3 things. It gets you through tough times. You want to get through tough times and you want to not only survive, but you want to thrive, you stay consistent. The second thing is you want to make better decisions. How do you make better decisions? By staying consistent. You stay focused, you're going to see opportunities around that no one else can see because they're too busy falling off. They're too busy doing this. Man, what else? Well, I got to stay focused so I can see what the clear vision is and see what the opportunity is. Last but not least, it's going to help you buy back your time. Once you're actually able to buy back your time, you have everything at your fingertips, everything you ever wanted. You buy back your time, now you can have those additional things of income because you got the money to. You want to truly say you're wealthy? Have a year's worth of savings at least. 2 years if you can, 3 years, 4 years if you can. Guys, I love you all. I hope you guys are writing this down. I will make sure that we drop this inside of YouTube for your playback value.